Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second season, if I can call it that, of That My Dude Show. So, a couple of years ago, मैंने अपने पेज के ऊपर एक ad post किया था सुल्तान ऑयल का TVC, and to date it has been the most watched film on my page, and I finally got a chance to sit down with the gentleman behind it, Mr. Jahanzeb. Please give us your introduction.
I started off in advertising in strategy. I still do that, still love it. And then moved on to the world of entrepreneurship. Started Conglo, which is a creative agency, production house. Later on, moved into PR with CloutCloud. And then, so yeah, man, been very, very blessed with some great partners to be able to do that. Or uske baad I became a director. And I think that's how you found me.
कुछ रह गया करने का मतलब चलो यार that's good. अच्छा मुझे बताओ कि let's just get into the thick of it. मुझे बताएं कि so you said you started off with strategy. Yeah. क्या है आप सब जो देख रहे हैं मतलब ब्रांड मैनेजर्स मार्केटर्स जितने भी आप लोग बैठे हैं जिनको स्ट्रेटजी के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं है प्लीज टेक नोट होपफुली यू अंडरस्टैंड एडवर्टाइजिंग के अंदर स्ट्रेटजी क्यों जरूरी है.
Yeah, I think strategy is, it's, in all honesty, it's very simple. Strategy is where you want your brand to go and what you want it to feel like. That's it. Quite literally, that's it. अब obviously उसको जितना ज़्यादा चीज़ों को over intellectual or how you say no, yes, intellectual masturbation, yes. तो उसको जितनी ज़्यादा intellectual masturbation कर लें, that can happen. But at the heart of it, it's just about building a brand, and you cannot build a brand unless you know what it is. And strategy is knowing what it is and doing those sort of taking those initiatives to take it where you want it to go. That's it.
मैं अपने pages के ऊपर whenever I comment on communication, there are a couple of things that I really scream about all the time. उनमें से एक strategy है, दूसरी copywriting है, ठीक है. मेरे लिए strategy and just picking up from what you said, मेरे लिए strategy ये है कि यार it helps you understand your consumer. कि आपका consumer क्या है, क्या करता है, क्या देखना चाहता है, ठीक है. So that's why मैं हमेशा show में चाहता हूँ कि यार you need to figure that out before you can build your brand, before you start talking with the consumer. Why is it that we don't see that? There are hardly any strategy people in Pakistan जो हैं वो पीछे चले जाते हैं because oh my god fucking ECDs wants to have all the glory with his fucking stupid concept. Sorry, not sorry. And
his or her.
Yeah, his or her, whatever. Why is there no importance of strategy?
Possibly the chief reason for that is one, I feel there is internal disorganization within agencies where your timelines are not managed, where things are happening in a haphazard way. So a lot of times what happens is कि यार ये concept है, इस पे strategy बना दो. Right? That I'm sure that kind of reverse engineering you've seen and been a part of as well. And I feel the second reason is that agencies are not taking the onus of actually educating the clients. Brand strategy per se is not really taught at universities. It is not a degree. It is like you can't really learn it until you've done it, right? तो एक तो वैसे क्योंकि लोग कम है, so that knowledge sort of just sticks within this very limited group of people, and I do feel that उसको सारे को आगे ले जाने के लिए we do need to take certain steps, and उसके बगैर I think we can't really truly grow.
Certain steps not मतलब.
Yeah, like educating the client, like making them understand कि भाई क्या है. उसके बाद taking initiatives कि यार आप लोगों को identify करो at a young age. I feel strategists are very insecure. I'm sorry, I am one myself. I feel they're very insecure. It is a very highly paid sort of segment within advertising as well, क्योंकि लोग ही नहीं हैं. और दूसरा, like people are just afraid to sort of like give that knowledge to someone else. And I feel like that comes from a place of insecurity and nowhere else. And uske alawa I also feel like ke the problem, or not the problem, but the challenge with strategy, I feel is ke you either have it or you don't have it. I don't think it's something that you can learn. तो I feel like ये एक और वजह है कि लोग जो हैं वो काफ़ी कम हैं आपके पास.
Strategy people in Pakistan, the ones that I have interacted with, are by far one of the most intelligent people that I have met.
Yes.
The problem is that they are smarter than most clients. Strategy inherently, how I was taught, strategy people need to ask the difficult questions. They need to ask the questions of the brief, of the objectives of the client, and what the client wants to achieve.
Yeah.
होता क्या है, और ये मैंने देखा हुआ है कि जब स्ट्रैटेजी वाला आगे फोर फ्रंट पर आके इंटेलिजेंट बात करता है, क्लाइंट इनसिक्योर हो जाता है, क्लाइंट की हर्ट होती है, और जो तुम्हारा सेट बैठा हुआ है ना ऊपर, वो कहता है नहीं नहीं जी, डोंट आस्क देम क्वेश्चंस, डोंट मेक देम लुक स्टूपिड. आई फील कि दैट one of the reasons strategy is pushed to the back is because of the fact that it is an intelligent role. And when faced with intelligence, a lot of clients who are at times dumb as fucks, they become insecure and they fight back. And I've sat in meetings, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you've had those experiences, फिर स्ट्रैटेजी वाला बंदा जो क्वेश्चन करता है तो क्लाइंट पिस ऑफ हो जाता है और वो सुनता नहीं है, एंड बिकॉज द क्लाइंट थिंक दैट आई नो एवरीथिंग, दे जस्ट गिव देम अ पुशबैक.
Right.
So I feel the point that I'm trying to make is that because strategy people are smart as fuck, clients and even internally people become insecure.
I think insecurity runs very, very wild within the strategists, within the agencies, and within the clients as well. I just feel like that is something that we are just plagued with. So yes, I do agree with you on that front. However, I do have a little bit of a problem with your question. And that problem is, see, exactly what you're saying, I feel over, and this is now going to become a bigger discussion, but I feel like हमारी industry में, within advertising, I feel there is a lack of humility. I think humility is something that creatives in general lack, but advertisers में तो मतलब आपको ह्यूमिलिटी मिलती ही नहीं है. ठीक है, आप if someone said, and that was the whole sort of idea behind starting Conglo as well, कि यार we needed to make humility a very very sort of core pillar of everything that we do. And हमारी एक belief है कि सी जो बंदा एक ब्रांड पे बैठ के 24 घंटे काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, for 24 hours a day they're eating, living, breathing that brand. How can an agency walk in and just be like, भाई आपको तो पता ही नहीं है आप क्या कर रहे हैं? It's not that, it just does not happen. ठीक है, so one sort of humility I feel like is lacking over there. So yes, I do disagree with you there कि यार clients blanket dumbass हैं सारे. No, it's not like that.
मैं ब्लैकेट की बात नहीं, हाँ मैं बात कर रहा हूँ कि दैट आप मेजोरिटी उठाते हो ना, ठीक है. आई फील, करेक्ट मी अगेन इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, इज दैट अच्छा यार, आई नो आई कम अक्रॉस एज समबडी जो बहुत ही सख्त लौंडा है, बट मैं वाइब्स में बड़ा बिलीव करता हूँ, ठीक है.
Same.
व्हेन आई से वाइब्स आई मीन कि दैट यू विल अट्रैक्ट पीपल बाय द वाइब्स दैट यू पुट आउट, ठीक है. ह्यूमिलिटी की तुमने बात की, सो दैट मींस इफ यू आर हम्बल इन योर अप्रोच, दैट मींस यू विल इवेंचुअली work with clients who are that way as well. And even if you work with the opposite sort of clients, maybe you will get them on your side. And if not, do you walk away from those sort of people or no?
We have walked away from people. I'm not gonna say that we haven't walked away from people, but I do feel I agree with you in that we have been very lucky. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but we have been lucky in the way that the kind of clients that we've attracted, alhamdulillah, have been quite understanding. So, but this is very very different from my past agency experience, by the way. This was not the case. I mean, you would be, and excuse my language, a lot of times you would be dealing with absolute assholes. And here we are thinking, yaar, where have all of those assholes gone? Because we still come across the occasional one, but I think ye wala जो एक this belief I feel like we started with has really really helped us out. Even देखें, शायद उसको वो बात नहीं क्लाइंट को समझ आ रही, आप जो कह रहे हैं आप मान लें कि यार वो बहुत डम है, उनको नहीं समझ आ रही, बट you also need to understand that they are running a company, they are running a, I wouldn't say a brand, but they are running a business, right? And unless you are willing to hear that, you can never ever create good work. I that is my belief. You need to listen as opposed to going और आप अपनी चढ़ाई करते हैं कि यार हम, and then there is this entire thought यार कि we are out here as advertisers to create great art. No, that is not why we're here. We're here to sell products and build brands, literally. So unless you are able, and obviously शौक सबको होता है, दिल बहुत करता है कि यार बहुत crazy काम करें, but then the objective of whatever the campaign is or whatever you're being briefed, that should not get lost. And in this lack of humility and creative arrogance, I feel that does get lost. And so yeah, that is what our fight is against, basically.
I agree कि good or bad हर जगह बड़ा, that's fine. दूसरा, agencies की कोई responsibility है. I think I see this happening more is where the client needs to understand. मोहतरम डेविड अगरवे ने कहा था कुत्ता भी रखना भौंकना भी है. Why keep a dog and park yourself? I think it's a two-way street where the clients also need to understand that हमने इनको किसी चीज़ के लिए हायर किया है, इनको वो काम करने दें. मेरी जो एक और मुझे लगता है ना कि that because now communication is so easily available,
Yeah.
ठीक है, तो आप जब देखते हो तो आप सोचते हो कि यार क्रिएटिव तो मैं भी हूँ. ये उस तरह की बात है ना कि हम लोग इतने मैचेस देखते हैं तो बाबर आजम अगर अंडे पे आउट हो जाए तो यार इसको ये करना चाहिए था. I think he could have done this. So it's like that when the client says कि यार इसको यूँ करना चाहिए. I feel कि that if you understand कि यार हर एक अपना रोल है और हर एक अपनी स्पेशलिटी है, that is when you will do your best work. Co-creation I feel is lacking. And the best work that I have done with my clients is whereby you've had mutual respect. कि यार okay इसका ये रोल है. ठीक है, that's very interesting.
Can I just say something? This is exactly where your strategy comes in handy, right? Strategy is not just about the brand itself. It is also, like you said, it is a very essential part of actually dissecting the brief or dissecting what the client is saying. अगर आपको कोई client क्या, yes, agreed with you that it is not their area of expertise that they're talking about, it is ours, but you should try to always strip off a layer and get what your client insight is. आपका client चाह क्या रहा है, ठीक है, मतलब they will say 10,000 things, but what they will mean something that they haven't even voiced, right? And that has happened so many times that I can't even explain it to you. And a lot of times some clients we do come across and they're like यार मुझे समझ नहीं आ रही, या इवन अगर कोई आपको कहते हैं ना कि ऑब्वियसली एजेंसी वालों को बहुत तप चढ़ती है कि यार जब कोई कहते हैं मज़ा नहीं आया कुछ और दिखाएं, right? That those lines literally they make your insides freaking curl up and die. But the thing is, just ask follow-up questions and try to understand कि यार अच्छा ठीक है आपको क्या पसंद नहीं है, वो 10,000 चीज़ें कहेंगे, ठीक है, वो कहेंगे कि यार but there will be a theme to it. There will always be a theme to it. There will always be a deeper problem, and your strategy people, I feel like it is their responsibility to actually dissect the brief for the rest of your agency, which is why I think that is it's one skill that should definitely be sort of taken up by your client servicing. I'm not saying that they should become strategists, but they should get it and understand, and that's what we're doing at Conglo as well. Where we make sure that our CSMs, we call them core stakeholder managers, that they are able to actually have a good understanding of strategy, have a good understanding of creative, and have a good understanding of design as well. तो उस सारे के अंदर I do feel strategy plays an insanely important role, and that is why I think, again, coming back to your initial question, it can't be ignored and it shouldn't be, and it unfortunately a lot of times is in Pakistan.
Clients and agencies, they both need to understand the importance of strategy. They both need to accept it. दोनों को साथ मिलकर, like मैंने जो बात की थी, that clients need to understand that it's not about making you feel down. It's just about the fact that जब सवालात होते हैं तो आप चीजें unravel करते हैं. It's just basic good communication.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Papa. What are your red lines as an organization? because हम लोग even on my page I see a lot of people who complain about the fact that हमारी agency ने हमें support नहीं किया, client ने ये कहा था, and I feel personally that agencies should have some red lines with the client कि यार इस तरह किया तो हम नहीं करेंगे. Like, do you have something like that in your mind or when you're working with your client?
We have those red lines set out very, very clearly. We do not do run-of-the-mill work. We do not do non-insight based work. We do not stand any kind of flirtation or �奧𝗵𝗶𝘄 with our, whether it's CSMs, whether it is your creatives or whoever for that matter. That is an absolute no-go area. And then if anything we feel is too unethical, than that. But that is obviously very, very open to interpretation. The first three that I said, we are very, very, very clear.
Money on the table?
Never.
They are surviving, guys. बगैर पैसे दिए ये मैंने इसकी याद बनाया था. तुम लोग सारे कंजर जो बैठे हो ना, ये पैसे तो तो खुदा के लिए यार. Fucking hell, dude. This is messed up. Continuity इसलिए नहीं है फातिमा ज़रा क्योंकि हम smoke break पर थे इसका. Wow, bro. Thank you, Philip Morris, for this endorsement. मुझे बताएं कि so we talked about your journey and you got into direction.
Yeah.
How? Why?
यार हमारे क्लाइंट के पास बजट नहीं था. But I'll tell you why. There is a deeper reason.
पाकिस्तान के आज पुराने मुशहूर डायरेक्टर ऐसे ही बने. Please go on.
So basically, I do feel that strategy played a very important role in it. But even before that, यार एक need feel हो रही थी because at the heart of it, Conglo is a creative agency, and those ideas were butchered literally जब वो किसी और के पास जाते थे. So it was that was the attempt to actually sort of vertically integrate into being a production house as well, and that's why I started directing as well, ताकि वो ideas जो हैं वो lost in translation ना हो जाए. So yeah, that was the reason, and I do feel that strategy really helped me in that. Because essentially strategy is being able to empathize, put yourself in someone else's shoes, and then feel what they're feeling, right? So you're able to create what people actually want to see, right? So I do feel that was one of the main sort of reasons we got into that. और उसी को फिर आगे लेके मैं with this exact thought that we didn't want our ideas to get lost, we started CloutCloud as well, which is a PR agency with the goal of eliminating PR agencies, by the way, so we can talk about that if you want to. And then yeah, we got into the NFT space with the Congloverse, came out with Pakistan's first virtual influencer. That happened, got into Conglo Sports as well, which we were doing a lot of cricket based work, some of which you've loved and some of which you've torn to shreds literally. But well, with that said, because we felt कि यार sports एक ऐसी चीज़ है which, like politics, like religion, people feel that strongly about it. So yeah man, though that's what we're doing. तो direction की पीछे भी यही thought था यार कि जो ideas है ना, those are very sacred to us.
I feel that influencers, the smart ones, if they work properly, they will come at par with agencies. I know that's a very loaded question, but hear me out. I feel that influencers will come to a level जहाँ पर उनका content, because it is targeted towards their audience, and if they figure out how to seamlessly integrate products and brands into it, they can come close to being a creative agency of sorts. मैं ऐसे कहता हूँ the influencers are the rise of the creative agency. How do you see influencers playing a part? They're already there in terms of content, but right now उनके पास काम आता है वो कर देते हैं. Future क्या है influencers का?
Again, with that very interesting question, I'm glad you asked. Yes, In one word, yes. But see, I do feel the creative agency will continue to remain a sort of essential pillar of even influencer marketing for the simple reason कि देखें, one influencer, unless they are, I don't know, Kim Kardashian or Ronaldo, they cannot carry the weight of an entire brand on their shoulders, and brands would obviously not want to be linked only to one influencer. उनका कोई scandal हो जाए, कुछ हो जाए, some PR disaster, whatever happens. So I do feel creative agencies in that sense will need to now ensure, and the job is now tougher than ever before, that influencer content that comes out is on brand strategy wise, that there is creative consistency, all the while allowing influencers to be themselves and not कि यार मैं ये product बेच रहा हूँ, ये देखो मुझे ये package आया है. No, right? So, and that is the challenge of the creative agencies. One influencer or two influencers, unless they sort of, I mean, I don't really see a way that that you can actually get that consistency, the creative consistency out of a number of influencers. So yeah, I do feel like the creative agency will continue to play a very important role. However, the PR agency, like I said, is a very different story, because right now, again, like I said earlier, with CloutCloud, what we're trying to do is absolutely eliminate the PR agency. We want to empower the influencer and we want to empower the brand manager. हम सबको पता है कि there is quite literally no financial transparency when it comes to PR dealings. There is very little creative control, even in terms of assessing the efficacy of a campaign. It is very very difficult to even set those KPIs और उनको understand करना तो बहुत दूर की बात है. For this reason, CloutCloud, जो हम लोग, the app that we've introduced is basically a marketplace for influencers. So if you're a brand manager, you quite literally go on to the app just like you would go on to booking.com or Airbnb. And yeah, you would have this buffet of influencers. Right now, we've onboarded, I think, 700-800 influencers. And
इस plug को मुझे पैसे मिलने चाहिए, brother. I'm just saying. Please go on.
you can tell me I can not talk about it if you want.
No. It's a very interesting topic. Go on.
But yes, so the whole idea is कि जो brand manager would literally just go on, put out a job, I want 10 influencers, मुझे उनसे ये करवाना है in fashion, beauty, whatever, and then your influencers would look at that job and apply for it. The brand manager would then directly be dealing with everyone. So I think that would really, really give them creative control, give them financial transparency. Or we've developed an algorithm where we give each influencer a rating, and then we compare it to their past posts as well, how they performed versus how yours has performed. So वो सारे का सारा is quite literally a one window PR solution. So yes, that is what we're now working towards.
मुझे ये बताओ कि मेरी एक जो observation है वो ये है कि that, and you guys are somewhat close to it as well, but because you identify as an agency doing production, there are a lot of production houses which are now giving creative solutions directly to brands.
Right.
I know कि for a fact that काफी brands हैं जो directly production house के पास जाते हैं, वो कहते हैं कि यार आप हमें concept लिख के दे दो. मेरे 4 TVCs on here because I freelance with production houses. So how do you think that is going to play a role in the future?
So I do feel that I don't think that's something that's very sustainable, and I feel uska reason ये है कि today if you go on to any sort of किसी के भी आप Instagram page पे चले जाएं, you would see that they do influencing, and then they're also brand strategists, and then they're also creatives. So I do feel that one person or one sort of the same group of people cannot be doing everything. That is just my belief. It might be wrong. So I just feel कि जहाँ पे भी I think wherever this is happening, I don't think it's something sustainable, because देखिए आप जब production house के पास जाएंगे, specifically in terms of brand building, You will have a new creative working on a concept without any brand guidelines as such, or without any real understanding of what the brand is. So I don't think that that's something that can be sustained. Yes, you can get a great campaign out of it, no two ways about that. But in terms of actually building the brand and taking it somewhere and doing this as a practice continuously, I don't think it will be effective. And without naming names, I do know brands which are doing exactly this, and sadly, they are not brands; still, they're products.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to channel my inner Karan Johar.
Right?
Quick answers, single word, one sentence, that's it, okay? Worst thing about Pakistani advertising.
Arrogance.
The best three directors in Pakistan.
I think 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗗𝗲, Zahiruddin, and Jami.
Jahanzeb, the strategy guy, Jahanzeb, the director. Who do you want to have a future with?
Both of them.
One campaign you wish you had done.
Not just a Bugs Plan.
Not just a Bugs Flat was BPDO ki first France winning campaign in Pakistan, if you guys don't know about that. Coke Pepsi.
Coke the drink, Pepsi the brand.
One film you wish you had done.
Ram Leela.
One TV series you wish you had done.
Surf XL Ramzan Samosa Wala.
Your favorite film that you've directed so far.
Yeah, it would have to be the Sultan film, the second Sultan film.
One film you wish you had done.
There was this one that got shelved by a mattress brand that we never got paid for.
Not multiform, guys. Not multiform. That's for sure. The best client that you worked with?
Best client, Sultan for sure.
The worst client that you worked with?
It was a particular client that didn't pay us for the work we did. It was a mattress brand.
Best talent that you worked with?
It would have to be 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗗𝗲 or Aiza Khan.
Worst talent that you worked with?
Yeah, there was this one extra. I absolutely hated her. She ruined my life. This was on the airlift shoot. No, it was on a TikTok shoot. TikTok हमने एक shoot किया था. There was this one extra and she just could not.
Three Pakistani brands that you want to work with in the future?
Surf XL, for sure. Besides that, I really would want to work for Telenor. I feel that I can really add value over there. Another brand that, like one of those legacy brands like Ding Dong Bubble.
If by any chance these brands reach out to you after this,
Yeah,
I should get a referral cost from it.
done.
Just because you don't know. Now that we have had this sad ass Karan Johar moment done, let's wrap it up with my final question.
I need a hamper. Where's my hamper? There's always a hamper, bro.
I'm not going to give you the hamper.
Stay toxic.
Admin dude middle name. Admin toxic dude. Let's wrap it up. What do you think is future of advertising in Pakistan?
I think the future of advertising in Pakistan is going to be a very slow, challenging, blood-sucking journey. But we'll get there.
Jahanzeb, thank you very much for coming to my office and recording this. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sure for this.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, thank you very much for watching this episode. Hopefully you liked it. And inshallah हम लोग और shows करते रहेंगे. ये जगह मैंने रखी हुई है branding opportunities की. यहाँ पे आपका logo आ सकता है for a minimal amount of money. Please, ये shirt के ऊपर भी मैं branding कर सकता हूँ. I'm also sell out. But yeah. Allah.
Thank you guys. Stay toxic.
यहाँ पर मैं उतारने लगा हूँ.